Yo, what is up, everybody? We're up late tonight because we have some most feared cards. They went up to 95 overalls, the elites went up to 97, and JJ Watt went up to 99. Now, we don't have JJ Watt, but we have some pretty good studs on this team. You see Anquan Bolden, LeGarrette Blount's 100 trucking, Colin Kaepernick 92 speed. He's the fastest quarterback right now in MUT. I think Randall Cunningham probably faster than running Randall Cunningham, actually. As you see Terrell Suggs' stats there. That dude is looking like a monster. We go over and check out Brandon Spikes, 90 speed, 96 block shed. John Beeson's looking like a beast out there. And then check out Deshaun Golston, 100 hit power. Honey Badger only has 95, but he makes it up with 99 excel, 95 speed. I mean, I'm not too big on like reading off stats like that. I don't know what half the stuff means, or like I don't really see them contributing games. You know what I mean? But they look really good, alright? And here we open up a terror pack, and we get Brian Cushing, who's a 97 overall during the promo. Like I said, the elites are 97, like DEZ, and now Brian Cushing on this team. We opened up DEZ earlier, and I had a few more, of those badges left. I did the what do you call it? The soul challenges that came out at midnight. You get 3 badges if you win that. I needed 3 badges to get one more terror pack. So that was really clutch that EA came out with that. So we get Brian Cushing, and now we'll see what this team can do. And early on, the name of the game was face catching, as it always seems to be in MUT nowadays, Dude's trying to throw it up to, I believe that was Anquan Bolden, the most feared Anquan Bolden he had in his team. He was just throwing it up to Bolden all game long. Bolden must have some crazy catch in traffic. I didn't really catch it, but it's got to be somewhere in like the high 90s. As you see, Colin Kaepernick with that 92 speed, we're going to see how good he is, all right? We come out in 5 wide just so we could test out Cap. He runs away from Kaepernick. That's a bad mistake because Colin Kaepernick is a bad man, and he's going to take off. And we're not sliding down. We have no fear. And then we give the ball to LeGarrette Blount, the human bulldozer. Now, he's not exactly most feared Marshawn Lynch. We don't have all those crazy elites, but I don't really pull any of those things. But we got a lot of the gold ones that turned to 95, which is still really good, including Brian Cushing, who was playing like a monster this game. I mean, Luke Kuechly's a 95 overall, and I feel like Brian Cushing just probably played better than Kuechly did. That dude stuffs up the run like crazy. As you see, this dude, just continuing to try to get face catches. But this drive, he actually, slowed down from what he was doing on the first drive, which was just tossing it up. Though here he does do it, and of course he gets it in double coverage. We knock him in the nuts with the Honey Badger there, but we couldn't get it. I'm using with the Honey Badger. We have like 3 safeties, so I put Honey Badger at the 3rd cornerback spot, so I can use him and Merriweather. So as you see, he's got Marshawn. I believe he had the most feared Marshawn. I don't really remember what Marshawn he had. I'm gonna show you guys his depth chart somewhere like in the middle of the 3rd quarter, so you guys can check it out. He had a ton of the most feared cards, but Marshawn might have feared Deshaun Golston a little bit too much there as he drops the pass on 4th down. We were gonna lay the boomstick there, so I guess he just didn't want it. He didn't want it that badly. And Calvin Johnson, look at him hitting this little hesitation move there. We hit him on the wheel route. He's open. We're shredding up this dude's defense right now because, as it usually is with the people who face catch, their defense is trash. So we are taking advantage. And at the 1-yard line, there's no way I'm not giving the ball to the human bulldozer, LeGarrette Blount. They give him that 1-yard touchdown. So Blount gets us in there. We're up 14-0. Of course, MUT head-to-head quarters are 4 minutes now. So this is my first game playing the 4-minute quarters. They probably take like somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes more than the 3-minute quarter games. So that's 4 extra minutes, 1 for each quarter. Simple math there. And this is just, too simple. Throw it up to Calvin or Anquan Bolden. I mean, he gets it every time. I don't know why it's so simple, but it's so simple. And there you see Brian Cushing. That's what I'm talking about. This dude was absolutely stuffing the run this game as my opponent throws it up to Anquan Bolden once again. And you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna start experimenting with a whole bunch of different plays. I think I come out 2-man under here to try to stop it. Dude broke the press. He missed them though. Like Marquise Goodwin broke the press somehow. Next play, he runs it in there with Marshawn, or actually that might have been LeGarrette Blount that got in that time for him, and he ends up coming close here. He brings the game close. We do get ball coming out of half. We want to try to make this the last possession of this half so we can have complete control of this game. So we're thinking of that in the back of our head. Obviously, you don't want to let that dictate the way you're play calling. You don't want to, not take deep shots just because you want to control the clock. You want to, just do what he's giving us right now. And right now, Colin Kaepernick at a 92 speed, we're definitely going to take that. It's just, LeGarrette Blount just knocking like 2 or 3 people over there. Like I said, he's got a bunch of the most feared cards as well, so he's got like 95 overalls. But LeGarrette Blount, this dude is just straight up beasting right now, man. And I'm just going to keep on feeding him the rocket. That's the way it's going to be. Here we go with DEZ Bryant. He's getting his first touch to 97 overall DEZ. And Cortland Finnegan, I believe it is, just needs to ride on DEZ's back to try to bring that beast down. These are just a bunch of... You fear these guys, man. You don't want to play against any of them. Though you see Garrett Blunt just getting tripped up there. Not able to get any extra yardage. 3rd down and 10 coming up. We throw it to Julio Jones, who gets the catch, but then gets completely murdered and loses the ball. I think that was a Kuechly that knocked him down there. And I know that Kuechly isn't too big on hit power, but Kuechly just killed Julio there at the 1-yard line, and we lose the fumble recovery. So that was just great. And now here we go back to the face catching show, because like I said, that's what MUT has come down to nowadays. It is what it is, you know. So we just gotta try to do what we can to stop it. There's 2nd down and 10. I thought the Honey Badger had some great defense there, but he was able to get the 1st down anyways, just squeezing it in. 10 seconds left. We just come out and prevent because he has no timeouts. We just gotta make sure we guard the sidelines, which we didn't do there. Ike Taylor, he's not really the best cornerback. I don't have the most feared Ike Taylor, so that didn't really work out too well. And here, right before half, Sam Shields. Now, I didn't have Sam Shields at first, but right before this game started, I went and purchased Sam Shields. He was like 5,000 coins. Like, they're usually going for like 10,000 right now, so I kind of sniped them. So, started the 3rd quarter. We do get the ball. We should be up 21-7, but because of the unfortunate circumstances, it's only 7-14, as you see DEZ getting his touch. I took that kick return out the end zone by accident. I didn't mean to, but it doesn't matter, because look at Garrett Blunt. The big guy is rumbling. He's bumbling, and he's stumbling 86 yards for the touchdown. He was trying to run backward all he could because he knew he got picked up by a block. It was over. But he just couldn't execute there. We were able to swerve our way in there. You know, good little ball carrier vision, or whatever you want to call it. And we get the touchdown there. Now, we just need to come up with 1 stop. I feel like we get 1 stop. I'm really confident in what we can do. And basically, we just got to hope he doesn't teabag us. That's, you know, I got to hope that Madden is generous. And hopefully we catch some picks. Cortland Finnegan has an easy pick there. And then 4th down and 10. I have no idea what this play call was. I think he was trying to throw to a corner route, and his dude on like a spot route intercepted the corner route. Because that happens sometimes. Because there's no, even though this dude probably sucks, there's no way you do that on 4th down and 10. You don't, you know, throw a curl route like that, you know. But you see, I was playing some press man coverage there. I was just coming out some random stuff, trying to see what would work, what would, you know, help stop with the whole face catching nonsense he was doing there. As you see there, he blew a coverage, so we take a deep shot there for Vernon. Like I said, you know, if he's gonna give us the deep shot, we're damn well gonna take it. So we're looking pretty good in this game late in the 3rd quarter. We got that 1 stop we needed, and now all it comes down to is we gotta make sure he doesn't get onside, and we get that ball, we're gonna clock. You see Terrell Suggs coming off the edge there, getting that sack. Next play, unfortunately, press is broken, but Sam Shields is able to almost come up with the interception. And here we go, checking out his depth chart. All right, he had the 90 Marshawn, but as you see, he has a lot of these most feared cards. He also had quite a few legends. Even without the most feared cards, this dude had a pretty good team. Khalil Mack, I don't know what happened to my Khalil Mack. I think I sold it. I wasn't paying attention to when I got the Mack, I guess. I don't know, but I couldn't find the Khalil Mack. He turns into a 93 overall. We didn't have him on our team. I'm pretty sure that dude has to have at least 90 speed. So we're, you know, sad we don't get to keep him. But 4th down and 17, we come up with the stop here. You know, he doesn't get his little face catch thing. And like I said, it's all I just gotta, you know, hope and pray, I guess. And we dive on this dude because, you know, we're gonna dive on people who do freaking face catches and stuff like that. And we're just blowing this dude out right now, 35-7. Because once the face catching doesn't work, he doesn't have a plan B. It's plan A and plan, like, A point B or something. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. All I know is he has 1 plan, alright? Just take my word on that. As you see, he's throwing it up into double coverage here. We dropped quite a few picks, man. I think we had, like, what, 4 drop picks in this game. We couldn't come up with an interception, but, it doesn't really matter at this point. This dude's just taking his shots. But so far, you know, these most fear cards, like I said, Cushing is a monster, man. I might just keep that Cushing, that 90 overall Cushing for good. You know, forget Kuechly. Because, I mean, Cushing and Kuechly are probably the same thing. Except for Kuechly has better jumping, which I like. As you see here, Colin Kaepernick, he's trying to take advantage of that 92 speed with Cap, but way too much. Eventually, you got to throw the ball away. As you can tell, this dude just has no skill. It just comes down to face catching. Or here, Sam Shields' press is broken here. Sam Shields cannot press for his life. I don't know what his press rating is. I figured the 95 overall version probably had some decent press. I guess not, because that didn't really work out too well. Dude had, I mean, Marquise Goodwin broke press once in him, I think. As you see there, you know, once again, he's just running backward. And this is actually kind of interesting. He had the most feared Seabass there. So I was like, all right, this is kind of interesting. Let's see if we can bang home a 60-yarder with this new kicking meter. and he probably messed it up a little bit because he wasn't even on target. As you see, I missed Vernon. Vernon was wide open on the streak. I don't know why I didn't see him. I was locked on that wheel route to Calvin. And out of all the cards that's doing really good right now, as far as, receivers, it's Calvin Johnson who's dominating right now. Calvin, who usually didn't do too good for me. It was usually Julio Jones, who's my best receiver when I played MUT, but Calvin was doing his things. We're going to skip a few plays here in this last drive because he was just throwing up some BS. Some went through, some didn't. This was his last play of offense for the game because he ends up throwing a pick. Actually, I'm not sure it was the last play of offense because we're going to be trying to run up that score in him with a flea flicker. We got that good offensive line. We got quite a few of those dudes. We're throwing to DEZ Bryant. We run hurry up because he has no idea what he's doing on defense. I don't know what the hell he's coming out in, but it's not working. We have all the time in the world with Kaepernick running out the pocket, rerouting Heath Miller, throwing a lob dot to Miller, but unfortunately there was one man that blocked that end zone, or else, man, we could have had the touchdown. Now we're going to come out halfback passing to see what Blunt can do, but it's hard to get those halfback passes off this year, but Blunt can definitely run the ball at least. That's for sure. That dude had a few extra yards in him there. He's just stumbling, just unstoppable out there. I mean, dang, that Blunt. You guys know I like my shifty backs, not exactly my power backs, but Blunt's a beast. Well, as quite a few of these other cards. So leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this most feared gameplay. I'm giving you guys this in the middle of the night because I figured you guys would like to see it. So yeah, leave a like in the video if you enjoyed the most feared gameplay, and you guys will want to see one or two more most feared games. Subscribe for more Madden 15 Ultimate Team gameplays, and I will catch you guys next time.